Hey guys! This is so awkward. Back with another squeaky chair video. If you've noticed, the background may look a little bit different. So, I moved. I'm in a new little space now and I've been trying to get my setup together, and I have no idea how this is gonna look until I actually edit the video. So, if it looks like crap. So this is gonna be kind of like another catch up with me video. I guess I'll just jump in. So what I was gonna do today, I'm probably gonna go for more of a neutral look because I've done colors so much lately, which is so rare for me, but it's a whole thing. So I'm gonna go through stuff in my collection that I've actually never used before, because there are some stuff, believe it or not, that I've never tried, and I just want to kind of play around and just chat and chill. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. That's what's decided. So if you guys want to see what I do today, just keep on watching. Yeah, hi, how are you guys? What's new? That's awesome, good for you. You keep doing your thing. What have I been up to? Not much. Obviously I moved. That's actually what I've been up to. I just realized I have all my brushes packed still, so I'm gonna have to just kind of do my best here. Whew. What? I don't remember how to film videos. I think like now that I'm not in my apartment, it's just like I'm lost. So we just moved in last week, actually, 1 week ago. So it's actually been a whirlwind of events, kind of. I've never bought a home before, so like I really don't know what I was expecting. So I just assumed that what we had gone through was not normal, per se. I'm gonna start out priming my face here. So I'm gonna use, I think this is new. One of my friends from Sephora gave this to me from, you know, she got the hookup, so it's Smashbox, the Mindful 5. It's a Nourishing Face Primer Serum. And this is what it looks like. I think, yeah, this is new. So this is gonna be the only new product I'm using. So the Mindful 5, it has cannabis sativa hemp seed oil, primer oil complex, red algae, green tea, and prebiotic. Massage 2 drops onto skin. Allow serum to, I can't read this. Something before applying makeup. It's like some of the wording got like wiped off, I guess. I don't know. One, oh my god, that's definitely what it, oh my god, oh my god. Say, oh my god, I don't like how drippy it is. Holy, oh my god. So with serums, I prefer padding. Like I just feel like you can't, like, it's too rough on the skin. Like the texture of a serum, after it starts to dry down, it starts to pull, and I don't like that. So we'll see. Apparently this is like the new thing. I don't know. Do you guys know? Because I don't know. I've been wearing buns my entire quarantine life, and I'm pretty sure like I'm starting to, you know, recede a little bit up here. Pretty sure my hair does not know how to be straight anymore. Maybe not straight, like undamaged. I moved. So, by the way, I'm using my favorite Anastasia Dip Brow in Ash Brown. My favorite. I usually do my brows before I come on camera, but I decided today I'm just gonna go for it. I was actually aware of the house when my last video was filmed. So like at that time, I actually really wanted to talk about it. But at the time, with everything going on, I didn't know the exact timeline of when it was gonna happen. And there were some things that weren't completed in the house buying process that were completed yet. You know what I mean? It was a really odd time, and I don't understand like every single step of the process. I mean, I learned a lot, but there was a lot to it. I'm gonna have to pluck my brows during this too, sorry. Basically, I'll start from like the beginning of like what exactly happened in case you guys need some advice on house buying. I'm not an expert in any way. Like Pat knew a lot more than I did, and I've learned a lot, but he still knows more than I do. So wish he could explain it to you new home buyers, or if anyone's looking, seeking like I was a couple months ago. This is the best I can do for you. So you yourself who's watching this may actually know way more than I do. So you're probably gonna be like, what an idiot. What made us want to move? Well, you guys know. I've complained and complained about my apartment complex on many videos. My neighbors, just everybody ever existing around me. And I was just sick of it. Like, I lived in that apartment complex for well over 5 years, and I was just, it was my time, like, and Pat's time, obviously. When I say my, I mean we. It was our time. Renting is almost the same amount of money as if you've bought. You know what I mean? Like, if you were paying for a mortgage, it's very close in the amount, like the amount that you get. You know what I mean? And it also depends on where you're living too. We started looking, actually, over a year ago was the first time we went to see a house. And actually Pat got to see more houses than I did because I was working so much. And so he went and checked out like a bunch of places, and nothing really like he was crazy about, like actually nothing at all, because like we were looking at a certain area and it was just tough to find like what we wanted for the amount that we were willing to spend. So it was tough. So that area, better school district for the future, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot to go into like finding the perfect house. And to me, a big part of home buying, you have to feel it when you walk in. Like, if you don't feel it, that's not for you. And then we also realized we didn't have the amount of money saved up for that either. Like, it just was not, it was not the time. The time was not the right time. And so we pretty much from there just stopped looking. In fact, we renewed our lease at that point, and we were just like, okay, it's done. There was a lot of things happening, like, you know what I mean? Like, it ended up being the right time because now we're engaged and now we're planning a wedding, and it's just, everything just came together this year. Aside from everything else going on in the world. So that interesting, right? So what made us realize a year later that we wanted to start looking again, the market interest rates right now are extremely low. By the time I get this up, I don't know if that's still going to be the case, but it's most likely going to continue on to be this low. This house that we're in now was not the first house that we looked at recently. We pretty much just started to look, and you know, on Zillow. I actually don't like the Zillow app very much. I really like the Trulia app. We went to a couple open houses, which I definitely recommend if you're looking to purchase a home. It was a great way to kind of like, you know, look around at what places had to offer. You know, you don't have to make an offer there or anything like that, no pressure. But basically it was a way to kind of get used to the whole like, okay, what do we want in a house? What areas do we like? Basically, after the open house, and we had, oh, and we saw another house too right before the open houses. So we went to this house, and it was like a literal flip. Like, it was already flipped, so everything was updated. The house looked like the Amity Hill horror house. Does that? Anyway, but I was like, it's not it. It's just not it. Like, I don't feel it here. Like, do you see Molly? That's right, Molly. You strut that stuff. But yeah, guys, this just came together. We entered this home when we were with our realtor, who's also our friend, and it just felt a lot better. Like, I was like, okay, this seems more right. I just took so long to my brows. I'm so sorry. But yeah, the house just seemed right. Everything was just exactly what we were looking for. We pretty much asked our realtor friend, hey, we would like to make an offer. What do you suggest we do here? And he walked us through that process, and we went ahead and turned in an offer the next day. And pretty much from there, that's when the whole like back and forth process happens. So basically, like, you put an offer in, they can either accept the offer, decline the offer, or they can counter offer. Then the counter offer happened. And then we counter offered back, but it was our final counter offer. And then after that, they accepted it. All good. So that part was whatever, because that has nothing to do with us. That's our realtor, between the realtors. So after that is the whole, okay, well, you have to get an inspection done. It was a whole thing. Like, I don't even remember all the processes, but and all the forms you have to get for everybody, like your social security card, your pay stubs, W-2s. It was just a lot of stuff at once, and a lot of things due at different times, and you could do certain things until another thing was completed first, and you're just like, oh, I have to wait on this person because everything's closed, and I don't even remember everything. That's how bad it was, and I was just over it at that point. Once all that was done, and then they had to do like the appraisal. The appraisal is basically like the mortgage company comes out, they look at the house, make sure that the amount that they're lending us is worth their time, because if, let's say, we ended up like putting up way more money than they felt like the house was worth, they don't want to cover that part of the loan, you know what I mean? So that part freaked me out, because I'm like, okay, what if they find this house is worth $20,000 lower than what we put the offer in for? If that was the case, then that would fall on us, and that would be what we would owe at closing, which we did not have if that was, again, the case. It's a lot of risky business, I'll tell you that. I don't know if this is like a normal process because of everything going on right now, but that's just personally what was going on. And you know, there's nothing I can do about that. That was not my realtor's fault. That was not anybody's fault. Yeah, I mean, it was fun. Definitely an experience for sure. At this point, I'm too new of a homeowner to say, hey, this is what I would have done differently, because I just moved in a week ago. We closed almost a month ago, and we actually didn't move in a week ago because we wanted to, you know, take our time. We still have some stuff to do at the apartment, so I still have it right now, like clean it and repaint it, which is so annoying. But you gotta do what you gotta do, I suppose, right? All right, so right now I'm going in with the Tartlet and Bloom palette. This is hella old. This is what it looks like. A very, very pretty palette. The reason why I want to use a neutrals palette is because one of the new products I wanted to use is this baby here. So this is actually from Tom Ford. It is a liquid eyeshadow that I've never used, and it's actually a very pretty bronzy shade. I think this palette will work out perfect for it. It's just like so weird being in a new space, like getting used to everything. I don't know anything about like where the good food is. Like, we already started ordering out because like we're not really using our current kitchen, which is bad. I'm gonna blow up like a balloon, but it's whatever. I just gotta keep on keeping on. Like, this whole upstairs has to be redone. Like, it's not remodeled like the downstairs. Most of the downstairs is remodeled aside from the kitchen, and this upstairs is actually supposed to be like a master bedroom. There's actually a bathroom up here, which is nice. So that's actually, I found it perfect for now for a temporary filming area slash workspace. But yeah, there's some work that needs to be done, and it's gonna take some time, but it's just being patient is key, and that's not how I've been so far. Like, I gotta be patient. I definitely have no regrets so far. I'm super happy with where we chose. So far, I really like it, and you know, it's gonna be interesting when I go back to work to like learn a new commute and get used to the drive. I don't ever use liquid eyeshadows. Like, even the Stila one, I barely use that. I don't know if this dries down, but we'll see. Do you see how, like, I don't even know how this looks. If I just keep blending. Also, I feel so bad for like all the brides this year. Like, I'm very glad that we decided on 2021. You go into all that planning and then this happened, and a lot of brides are having to, like, you know, redo everything, replan. Can you imagine? I'm trying to smoke out my my liner instead of doing what I normally do, because like I do what I do all the time. I keep getting shadow on my eyeballs. I do intend on getting like a background up here, like, because I can't really like decorate the background like at all. By the way, if you ever get shadow like this on your face, this is a Sephora trick I learned. Take like whatever primer you're using. Goodbye. And I know it looks like I'm spreading it on my face, but it's gone. Like, it's gonna be covered by foundation anyway. But I hate doing my foundation first, and I don't care what anybody says. Sometimes you can't like tap off the brush because you need all that pigment. Like, it is what it is. Ever since I've been working here, like, Molly comes up here and she's so happy, by the way, guys. So we had to leave her with Pat's dad for a few days. He has 2 other cats, which is the cats that she was always around, but she low-key didn't like them. She was like not happy, and we went and picked her up, and she's one of those cats that just loves her carriers. Like, I don't know if that's even a thing, but whenever her carrier is out, she walks right into it and just sleeps in there. Like, she loves it so much. We zippered that thing up, drove her here. She meowed the whole way here. Let her out, and she starts running around, like, looking at everything. She had explored everywhere. And I was really worried about the steps because she's not used to climbing steps anymore. But in her litter box downstairs, so it was able to work out though. It was perfect, and she was so happy. So who else is breaking out like crazy from these masks? I break out like crazy now. Like around the area the mask is just like hanging out on. I kind of wanted to go for that smoky fox look that I've been seeing lately. I might have just really messed this up. It was looking good for a second. How do I fix this? Okay, well, we're just gonna stop what we're doing here. We're gonna try it. We're gonna do lashes, guys. I can blend this for the rest of my life and it's still gonna look bad. Can't wait to see what this disaster becomes. All right, well, I don't even know if you can see them, but that's besides the point. I haven't used this foundation in so long. I'm gonna try my best to match this foundation. Listen, I'm a little behind. Now, I have tried this foundation before when my skin was an absolute wreck, and now it's like not as wrecky. So I'm gonna try this out. I don't think this is the right shade here. So I have some samples of the same foundation, but hopefully, let's see. So I have light 4.5. Wow, these are all lighter. And then we wait. Actually, it's not as light as I thought it was. That may be a match. So I've been playing around with a lot of different kind of skincare products for myself lately. And I have come to the conclusion that I just cannot use Kiehl's, like, ever. Like, it literally broke me out so bad that I thought, or it might be the reason why partly my forehead started breaking out. Like, I have no idea. I mean, it's only been like a week. There was a cleansing oil and like a night serum, the midnight one, and I loved it so much, but I was breaking out and I just didn't know what it was, and that was the only thing I was using new. And I realized that I'm pretty sure I have some kind of sensitivity to lavender, and it's lavender's in there. So, you know, I realized that, and there was a couple products that I used from them that had lavender in there. So I pretty much had to just stop, you know, stop using it at that point. I think I can see why I wasn't like super crazy about it, but we'll see how it lasts during the day. I just know a lot of people love this foundation so much. So I'm doing what I always do and just go back in with a sponge. I can tell already that this is a very matte foundation. I mean, it does have like a glowy finish to it, but it is very matte, and I can tell from the way it's laying on my skin, which I don't mind matte because, like, you know, I'll go in there with like 1,000 other products to make it look glowy or whatever it may be. I wanted to try this Becca, I know, this is very cheap of me. I'm using a sample. Who cares? People use samples all the time, right? Right. But I wanted to try this new concealer from them because I don't know, is it good? It's a brightening concealer, so I'm gonna have to mix. This is literally almost the same color as my foundation. It might even be darker, I don't know. All right, that was shade Meteorite 3. And it's showing us Cosmic 2 as a much lighter shade. So let's see. It's like disappearing onto my skin. So let's see what happens when I blend. If this blends into oblivion, it's not for me. I mean, I don't know. I just want to go in with some of my Born This Way. I need the hydration too. Like, my skin right now is like not happy with me. Is this going to be too much for my face? Probably. That's a lot of concealer I just used already because this stuff is thick, but I just don't have enough coverage there. There's like nothing showing up. Like, that looks way better than it just did. I just think, like, using samples, I don't like judging off of that sample because, like, I don't know that amount that was in the packet was not like what I would normally use. I would definitely use more. I don't know if I should use this before or after. I guess I'll use it before I set my face. This Serum highlighter from Ilia. I don't know how I feel about this. It looks good on camera, but... Alright, so I kind of give up on the highlighter, like it's there, and in fact, I'm using it. I'm just putting it under my eyes too while I'm at it. I don't remember if I had anything else to really, like, talk about with you guys. Like, really not much happening. Obviously, I'm not doing, like, too much wedding planning. It's kind of hard to. Also, like, I just moved, so I'm not really worried about it just yet. I'm just really glad it's not this year. Like, I would have been so mad. Like, I don't know how these other brides are handling that because I would have been just a hot mess. So this highlighter was a no-go. It also looked a little too dark, so I don't have a new bronzer, a new one I could use. What? I guess I'll use an old one. Hoola? I feel like Hoola never matches me right though. I literally showed up to my nail salon on my birthday. I had an appointment, and I guess for some reason they did not turn off their, like, notifications on, like, anything, because they always would notify you to remind you to come in, as well as, like, to confirm your appointment. And they sent me the confirmation, so I was like, oh, I guess they're taking appointments only. Like, I don't know. Like, I was a little confused. I didn't know what else to think. And so I confirmed my appointment, and then they reminded me that morning that, you know, it's my appointment time. So I'm like, I guess they are open. Like, that's really, like, surprising. Like, I thought, like, I don't know. I didn't know what to think. I wasn't really paying attention. And I showed up, and they were definitely closed. Definitely closed. So, you know, I'm stupid. My bad. And from there, I was like, well, might as well start ripping these off. And man, my fingers underneath were not happy with me one bit. Got a White Claw, guys. It's the weekend, baby. I kind of do want to smoke out the lower lash line just a teensy weensy bit. And I may just like go in with my brushes that I use. See, that's why I don't like using big things like this. Because I poke my eye. Oh no! I did what I didn't want to do. You have to let it dry. That's the secret. You have to let it dry. If not, you will smudge your foundation. I know I'm not the only person who's ever done anything like that before. I do that all the time. All the time. You guys have seen videos of me doing that. That's why I like straws, but I don't know where they are. Alright, this is from NARS, so I don't know if you knew, but they're pretty known for these lip pencils, and they're not like lip liners, they're literally a lip pencil. Like, it's a lipstick and a pencil. So we're gonna play with this first. And this actually is nice because it's very close to my actual lip color. So I kind of like this because it's just like, it's not driving the attention away from the eyes, which is clearly the party of the party. Life of the party. I don't really know where I was going with that, but so I do want to go over top of this with a lip gloss. I didn't even finish my face. I don't know why I'm going in with lip gloss now, but I am. So this is gonna be actually really pretty. This is Hella, but this is from Tarte. Champagne Pop is bomb, and it always will be bomb. You ever notice how like Becca Cosmetics, which is the brand of this highlighter, just literally like, because this was obviously a Jaclyn Hill collab, they literally just like dropped her. They were just like, I'm sure there was something more behind the story, and I don't think Jaclyn has any like bad blood with them or anything like that, but it just seemed a little weird that they just dropped her off the campaign altogether. Like, she created this shade and all of a sudden she's not on the carton. That is intense, bro. Alright, so this is Deep Throat from NARS, and it's a little baby from the birthday gift from Sephora. And I've never used this one before, so. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I'm looking forward to making some more videos in my new cribbo. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.